Hello, 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 powerful people. Hello, powerful person. I'm talking to you directly. Hello, powerful person. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. And I came this close to not being able to be here today. And you know what I did? I took some deep breaths because there were all these competing priorities. I'm inviting you to do the same. I took some deep breaths and I got present to my commitment. And my commitment is to be here with you all every Tuesday. Sleet, rain, hail, snow, to be here with you every single Tuesday for Core for Coaches. So, took some deep breaths again. Then I got present and reminded myself of my commitment. And reminding myself of my commitment is what supported me with going back to my team and saying, nope, we're going to go live as planned. And all those other things, all those other competing priorities, all of that will wait. All of that will wait, at least for 10 or 15 minutes while I'm with these coaches and these leaders and these coach leaders and these leader coaches. It can wait. And I'm so glad that I did that. I'm so glad that I did it. Why am I so glad that I did it? I'm glad because I stayed in alignment with my integrity. Our definition of integrity in our coach training school is what you believe, what you say, and what you do, they're all aligned. Okay. So what you believe, what you say, and what you do are all aligned. And I know that my wonderful team, my co-pilots, Malik and Anaya, are going to drop that in the chat because I want you to just ponder around our definition of integrity. So I wanted to stop by also because I've been having a lot of conversations with you all, a lot of conversations with coaches. I've been supporting a lot of coaches, especially these last several weeks, around not stopping, not stopping, not letting circumstances get in the way, not letting competing priorities continue to compete against your priorities. And so I thought about it today. I was going to talk to you about a totally different topic, which we'll talk about that next time. And I thought about it and I said, no, I'm going to come and have a conversation with the coaches, with the leaders, with the coach leaders, with the leader coaches about not stopping. But before I get into that conversation, who am I and why am I in your newsfeed? I am Sophia Casey. I am a master certified coach. I slow down on purpose, powerful people, when I say master certified coach. I slow down on purpose because I'm so proud and I want to take my time saying master certified coach so that I can honor that designation. It's the highest credential level in the land in our coaching industry. And I'm so proud to be an MCC coach. And I'm so proud to have been a PCC, a professional certified coach. And I'm so proud to be a mentor of coaches at all three credential levels. So that's why I slow down. I'm also honored to serve as the Chief Empowerment Officer, the CEO of ICLI Rising, which is our not just one accreditation, not just two, but our triple accredited coach training school. We are a level 1 accredited school, level 2 accredited school, and of course, we're accredited to provide CCEs, continuing coaching education units, and we are working on our level 3 accreditation to be able to support those who desire to be an MCC like me. So enough about me. I want to hear about you. I want to hear about you. How do you stop stopping? I want to know right now, what do you do? How do you motivate yourself? How do you get inspired? How do you pick yourself up and get back in the game? I want to hear from you. And then I'm going to offer you some things from the conversations that I've been having with coaches the past couple of weeks. So, in fact, I had one of those conversations today. And so one of my mentees, I love mentoring coaches. One of my mentees, she's a phenomenal coach. And she is working on completing all the requirements of our coach training program so that she can then move forward towards becoming an ICF credential coach. And so in our conversation, and she's okay with me sharing, I did ask her permission. In our conversation, she shared her frustration of not having clients, not having coaching clients, not having people to coach. Her frustration around not even having practice clients. So clients for her to practice her coaching skills with, right? Where she's just offering a pro bono rate, right? She's not charging them anything. But I could hear the frustration in her voice. Now you can imagine as she's sharing this with me, in part of the conversation, she was like this. And one of the great things about being a coach and being trained as a coach is that we are trained to look beyond this and to get curious about what's really going on. So I just asked her some powerful, open-ended questions. And one was, what do you want? What do you want? That's one of my favorite, powerful, open-ended questions. I asked her, what do you want? So I hear your frustration. I hear your frustration even through the smiling. I hear your disappointment. I hear it all. And I'm curious as to what do you want instead? And kudos to her because she was very clear about what she wanted instead. What she wanted was a full pipeline of potential clients that she could have sample sessions with, sample coaching sessions with, right? Towards them actually hiring her. What she wanted was to finish her requirements of our coach training program, our executive coach immersion combined. She took the whole program. So that's what she wanted. She also wanted to be in more relationship with her colleagues who actually graduated with her. So I spent some time just getting connected with her, hearing her, asking her those powerful open-ended questions, getting curious about what was happening for her, getting curious about her fears around connecting with people. And one of the things that came out in the conversation was, excuse me, she had a very, very deep fear around seeming too salesy, seeming like, I'll use her words, seeming too pushy when she's out there working on filling her pipeline, when she's out there prospecting. And I get it, right? Is she by herself or can you relate? Do you ever experience fear around connecting with people, right? Do you ever feel uncomfortable or like you're being pushy when you go back in and you ask them to hire you, or you ask them to have a sample coaching session with you, or you ask them to buy your product? I'm going to check in with you on the chat because I want to know, because I know she's not by herself. But first of all, I know she's not by herself because I also experienced it. And sometimes I still experience it. I still experience fear around like, oh my gosh, or second guessing or overthinking, like, oh my goodness, I don't want them to think like I'm stalking them or I'm being too pushy. But I'm going to check in with you all and see what you say. Give me just a moment. Hello, coaches. It's so good to see you. I'm so grateful that you're here. So yes, I want to know. I know she's not by herself. I know she is not by herself when it comes to being uncomfortable, when it comes to being nervous about connecting with people. nervous about asking people to hire her. So I want to offer you something, and then I promise I'll check in again. I want to offer you something. And the question I have, and I actually titled this live the same question. Excuse me. The question I have is, so you gave up on them? I'm gonna just let that sit for a second. You gave up on them. Notice that I'm talking about the them. I'm talking about the them, the potential client, the potential customer who's going to buy your journals and your books, the potential coaching client, the potential corporate client who's going to hire you to come in and support their teams. So you gave up on them? And when I posed that question to this coach, she kind of was like, wait, what? No, I didn't give up on them. I could see how you would say, Coach Sophia, that I gave up on myself. I gave up on my business. But I just invited her to take a look and to consider that this prospecting work that we do, right? This sales work, because part of it is sales, okay? I know, clutch your pearls, clutch your pearls. Yes, part of it is sales. This work that we do of building relationships with people that we want to work with, it can be very confronting. And I offered her an invitation to consider that it's not about her. Woo, clutch your pearls again. Clutch your pearls again. I offered her a challenge to consider that the conversations that she's having or she's going to have with people who she wants as clients, those potential clients, those potential corporate clients, those potential one-on-one coaching clients, that those conversations are not about her. Who are the conversations about? Who are the conversations about? Yes, I knew you knew. Yes, the conversations are about them. The conversations are about that potential client. The conversation is about that sponsor from that corporation who's considering hiring you. The conversation is about them, their work lives, their personal lives, what's coming up for them, their dreams, their goals. And so if we focus on that, I'm going to go even a little deeper, okay? Can I go a little deeper? I want you to envision that you have that potential client's dreams right here. You have that potential client's dreams right here in the palms of your hands. You have their dreams around wanting to get married. You have their dreams around desiring to be promoted. You have their dreams around finally, after 25 years, writing that book. You have their dreams around wanting to deepen connection and relationship with the people that they love. You have their dreams right there in the palms of your hands. And so if you have their dreams in the palms of your hands, how is it that it's about you? It's about those dreams that are in the palms of your hands. It's about them. So I invited her and I'm inviting you to keep the spotlight on them, to keep the spotlight, the conversation, your energy, your curiosity, all of it. Keep it there on them, not you. Now, when I learned this as an early coach, when I went through coach training, I was like, Now, y'all know I'm a Leo, right? I like the spotlight on me. I know you all can tell that. So, but you're telling me that it's not about me? It's not about my expertise. It's not about my perfectionism. It's not about my badassery. I hope I can say that on LinkedIn. It's not about my brilliance. It's not about all the degrees that I have. It's not about all of my expertise and all of the tools I have. What do you mean? No. Now, I may bring some of that into my coaching conversations if it's supportive of the client. But the short answer is no, it's not. It's about them. It's about what are they allowing to get in the way of them having what it is they say they desire. And so I'm going to ask again, so you gave up on them? You gave up on Carol wanting to finally have the beautiful garden that she's dreamt about since she was a little girl, but where she let everything else get in the way. You gave up on Daniel, who has wanted to be promoted to a senior manager position for over a decade because he knows he can do it. He's already been doing it. But there's some things that were in his blind spots. You gave up on him. So you gave up on yourself. Insert your name. A person who has phenomenal coaching skills, who has the ability to instantaneously create connection with people. You gave up on you. I'm going to encourage you not to give up. Not to give up. Take a break. Take a rest. I certainly take rest. Take a rest. I certainly do take rest. It's okay to take a rest, to take a break. But I am challenging you not to give up. Not to give up because of circumstances. And I know your circumstances are real. I got some real circumstances happening right about now, right? And I know a lot of you can relate. I'm asking you not to give up. And I'm going to take that question down. I'm going to ask you not to give up because of the circumstances. I know they're real. I know they are. So I'm not discounting the circumstances. I'm not discounting your potential client's circumstances. But I am calling you forth. I'm calling you forth to not give up on them and to not give up on yourself. So by the end of this conversation that I'm having with this coach that I mentor, by the end of the conversation, I kid you not, remember now she started the conversation with, I can't find anyone to coach. I want to finish these requirements. I want to do my recorded calls and have you evaluate or assess my demonstration of the core competencies. I want to finish the requirements. I really do, Coach Sophia, but I don't have anyone to coach. And I've reached out to people and they don't respond. And by the end of the conversation, because she was open to me coaching her right there in the moment, and I'm grateful. Thank you. You know who you are. Thank you. Thanks for trusting me. Thanks for trusting yourself to receive the coaching and the feedback. So by the end of the conversation, guess what? She, with my support, had generated not one potential coaching client, not two, not three, not four. But when I finally stopped looking, because I was watching, she had posted some stuff on social media, but I had to take a break and go to a meeting. But by the time I closed out that social media platform and had to go to my meeting, she was over 5 people who said with ease, Oh, I'll work with you. I would love to be one of your clients. I would love to be coached. Simply because she didn't stop. Simply because she didn't give up on those potential clients. Simply because she didn't give up on their dreams. And mostly because she didn't give up on herself. I hope this is supportive of you. And if you want some support around not stopping, not giving up, I want you to connect with us. I happen to know a whole lot of coaches who will not stop, who will be relentless like me, like I am with my clients, will be relentless about you having the desires of your heart. Connect with us. I'll see you next week. Ciao.